Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be showing you how to use the Quickie bomb launcher. So let's get into it. Now the Quickie bomb launcher is another one of Demo Man's secondaries, and in order to fully utilize it, we need to get into the stats. Now to start, you are able to destroy enemy sticky bombs, which is quite helpful for you and your team, meaning that you can destroy traps that other Demo Man have set so your team doesn't get destroyed by them. It also has a 0.2 second faster arm time, which means you can detonate your stickies faster. Which is helpful when enemies are close to you, because you don't have to wait that long for your stickies to explode. And your max charge time is decreased by 70%, which is ridiculous how fast your stickies can charge up, which is great for something that is called sticky sniping, and we'll talk about that in just a minute. You can also do 35% more damage based on the charge, so if your charge is full, then you can do 35% more damage, which is amazing how much damage that you can do. And your charge doesn't even take that long to get to full, so you can do massive amounts of damage in seconds. However, it has a minus 15% damage penalty, which means you can only do about 102 to 122 damage, which isn't actually that bad. That's still a lot of damage, considering how fast your stickies can charge up. And that's not even including the splash damage. And the last stat, which is a minus 50% deduction from your clip size, which means you only have 4 instead of 8 stickies. And that means you have to be very precise with where your stickies are going and where you're shooting them. Now let's get into how to use it in combat. If you want to be really effective with this weapon in combat, you're going to have to be really aggressive. Because traps do not really work well with this weapon. I mean, sure, you can still do traps, but because of the damage penalty, you have to charge every single sticky, and that is just way too slow to do. And you're going to be reloading all the time. You also need to use your primary with this weapon, like you need to combo them both, otherwise it just won't work. Because it covers the grenade launcher's weaknesses and some of the sticky bomb launcher's weaknesses. However, it has its own weaknesses, and that's why you need to use the grenade launcher with it. This weapon also only really covers the long range and close range. That's when it is its strongest. However, at mid-range, it doesn't really do well, and that is when the grenade launcher comes in, since the grenade launcher is pretty much made for mid-range and close range. And you can use pretty much any primary. You can use the lock and load if you hate engineers but you like reloading. You can use the loose cannon if you like doing lots of damage at mid-range. Or you can be like me and use the iron bomber, which is an all-round great weapon. Or even the stock. And the skill ceiling for this weapon is quite high because you have to be very precise, especially when you do something that is called sticky sniping. Now, the faster charge time means that you can launch your stickies across the map in just a matter of seconds, which is great for killing enemies that are retreating, and especially great for killing snipers, and killing targets that would normally be out of your range. However, if you want to get the best results when sticky sniping, it's gonna be pretty hard. You have to know the arc of the Quickie bomb, and you also need to get the right timing, which is gonna be quite hard. Because you have to know when to use it at the right time and when to sticky snipe at the right time. But if you put a little bit of practice in, you should be able to learn it in no time. Now, it's probably worth talking about the drawbacks, so I will. The clip side is probably the biggest drawback of the weapon, which means you're going to be reloading all the time, and that gets quite annoying. So you're gonna have to be careful where you shoot your stickies in fights, because you're gonna reach 0 very quickly and you're probably going to die, and that's why you need to use your primary when you're in fights quite a lot. You can't just use the sticky bomb launcher, you have to use both of them. But this can also lead to moments when you're out of ammo for both weapons, which is a bit embarrassing at sometimes, because you're pretty much defenseless. But that's just another part of what you're going to have to deal with when using the Quickie bomb launcher, because it's a very high skilled weapon. And this brings us to the end of the video. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe, thumbs up, all of that. If you didn't, thumbs down, and I will see you guys next time.